Check, check.
Maybe the graphics.
Captain the French flag.
Let's do a simple.
It's like
But he did get a varsity track warm-up jacket, but he didn't push that. That's what he wants.
There's no easy way to. Oh, crap.
And then he gave me the jacket earlier this year. Actually, sweet.
yours does what he wants.
So, you know how I went to a really ghetto high school? They couldn't afford like actual brands. So the jacket is like whatever brand it is, and then they bought patches for like the brand logo, and they sewed them on all of the jackets, even though they're not actually
That is, I get it.
Excuse me? Is there anything that you out?
not
Yeah, we got it all.
And then has like fake Adidas stripes on the side.
Simple ride of the orchestra.
Oh, like that.
I think they're
Oh, any hardware's here?
I would assume so.
I would assume.
Honestly, what are the podcasts?
His name's on shoes.
Honestly, I would not be able to recognize it.
What would be the local bar?
You got a pretty sick name. LeBron down there.
That would be so dope.
It should be
I gotta
recorded.
get a picture with LeBron and Jayson.
Yeah, let's go.
That would be sick if LeBron.
It should be very nice.
It's kind of cool.
I remember I talked to Red Bill once, 6th grade. He was here, and I was like, hi, bro.
I almost beat him one-on-one. No, I did not. I just I almost missed that.
Oh, all the graphics.
Like the ball first.
Yep.
They said on the like the game that was on ESPN that never missed one game.
This is such
I
a
don't know how many games he plays in like all over the country, all over the world. Those mini water bottles are a staple of our family. August never got a holy drink out of a mini water bottle.
It's like somehow like
They were like, the street is
think,
designed.
think you like give responsibilities to what Ohio.
Bro, it's 6 aquapots this morning. So
We have a photo of Jayson.
bro, so much aquapot, bro. I can't even read right now. I just
This good?
I'm definitely
Yeah, they give us a thumbs up.
crazy night. There were aquapots
Y'all ready?
everywhere.
Good morning. I knew when I walked in today, it was a special day. First of all, we get to celebrate Mass together. I was walking down the hall, walked by Mr. Bennett's office, and he had the ironing board out. So when he's got the ironing board out and he's pressing his shirt, you know it's a pretty big deal. He's got a tie on, and he really looks nice today. So thank you, Mr. Bennett, for cleaning up for us. I want to first recognize these guys sitting down in the front. It's been a couple weeks now since we last got to see them and celebrate with them. These guys have provided so many exciting moments over the past few years, and I think certainly these guys understand that what many people thought was obvious and easy to accomplish, and it sometimes doesn't go that way, and you have to just keep working and working and working, and they did. And even in the final game, you all saw how difficult it was to pull it off, but they did. And so if you guys would stand up and please recognize the 2016 state champions. Thanks, guys. We're obviously very, very proud of you guys. And now, I guess another reason we're here, I will let Gatorade, I think they're going to kick this thing off with a little bit of a video. So please pay your attention.
Pushing yourself to new heights, new limits.
First one to the corner, last one leave.
Sacrifice, dedication, hard work. They're not aspiring to be the best player on their team. They're aspiring to be the best in the world. That's how long I've been on your
It's the biggest and the best. It's the pinnacle of high school awards.
Gatorade National Player of the Year. That's about as big.
This is Tatum Hardaway here at Chaminade College Prep. Coming to surprise Jayson Tatum on being the Gatorade National Boys Basketball Player of the Year. We've kind of set up a fake press conference for him to think that there's something else going on. And I'm going to be a fake reporter in the back, in disguise. He will not know who I am. And I'll ask him the question, how does it feel to be the Gatorade National Boys Basketball Player of the Year? Jayson, what's your favorite fast break comments? How does it feel to be Gatorade National Boys Basketball Player of the Year? How does it feel? Great.
I was right there in those Bradley Beal years, and I thought he was the best ever to play, through these doors. And with that being said, I think Jayson is by far the best ever to come through Chaminade. He's won state title. He's our all-time leading scorer, rebounder, and to have a guy like that impacts the overall game like he does on a consistent basis is really amazing. He's just a phenomenal guy. He's not one that is full of himself. Off the court is just as important for him as well. He takes his classwork seriously. He shows up every day, wears his tail off in the classroom every day, just like he does on the court.
Playing in the most talented class in at least a decade, Jayson Tatum rose above the rest. He's a polished and fluid scorer. He can beat you face up out to the three-point line or with his back to the basket. He rebounds well in the paint, gets to the line and makes it the line, has excellent passing vision, unique motor, and a rare desire to win. All in all, Jayson Tatum projects to be a perfect small forward.
Morning, Chaminade. How are we feeling today? Okay. That was not an April Fool's joke. This is for real. Quick. There's a lot to be excited about today, but quick introduction. My name is Carrie Lockett. I work on the Gatorade marketing team, and I manage the Gatorade Player of the Year program, which means that I have the best job in the universe because I get to travel the country honoring the nation's most elite high school student athletes. And what's most impressive and unique about this award is that our winners are selected on the 3 pillars of athletic excellence, academic achievement, and exemplary character. So we are so excited and so honored to be here today at Chaminade announcing Jayson Tatum as the Gatorade National Boys Basketball Player of the Year. Let's give it up. I'm sure you are all aware by now that Jayson won the Gatorade Missouri Boys Basketball Player of the Year honors not once, but 3 years in a row, which is an incredible accomplishment, even just winning once. But this is the national award, and winning this award is incredibly rare. It's a big deal. So let me break it down for you real quick. The Gatorade Player of the Year program recognizes winners across 12 different sports. First, you have to win out as the Gatorade State Player of the Year in your sport across all 3 pillars. Out of all the Gatorade State Players of the Year, only one can be recognized with national honors. So what this means, Red Devils, is that of the 540,000 high school boys basketball players in this country, your friend Jayson is number 1. Since the inception of this award in 1985, the Gatorade Player of the Year program has grown to become the most prestigious award in all of high school athletics. Over the last 31 years, the program has developed a network of alumni that have excelled at the collegiate, national, collegiate, professional, and Olympic levels. And we're talking about some of the most elite athletic names in the world. Peyton Manning, LeBron James, Carl Towns Jr., Maya Moore, and that's just to name a few. So what this means today is that Jayson is joining this elite group of athletes, and he will forever be a part of the Gatorade legacy. Today I'm joined by Chad Konecki, National Director at USA Today High School Sports, who manages the selection process for the Gatorade Player of the Year program. He's going to give you a glimpse into what the statistics look like for one of the best high school student athletes in the country. And what I can tell you, what you probably already know, is that this one over here is quite impressive. Chad?
Thank you, Carrie, and thank you, Gatorade. I'm Chad Konecki from USA Today High School Sports in Boston. We handle the day-to-day of the national selection process that Carrie oversees from Chicago. That's who I am. Right over there, your National Player of the Year is a Red Devil. Who else is feeling that? You should be. I'm sure it's not hard to imagine how cool our job is. Gatorade lets us go around the country and evaluate the best high school athletes across all 50 states in 12 sports. You can be nominated for Gatorade Player of the Year, but you don't have to be because they make sure there's somebody out there looking for you every day. It takes hundreds of hours to identify a National Player of the Year. It took us almost 1,300 hours to arrive upon this one, so this is rare. As a matter of fact, since Gatorade started this program in 1985, more than 160 million high school teens have participated in competitive athletic seasons across the country. And in that span, Gatorade has seen fit to honor just about 14,500 State Player of the Year winners. Now, those are some big numbers, but they're about to get smaller. In 31 years, Gatorade has honored just 288 National Player of the Year winners across all sports. 4 across all sports from this state, 2 in boys basketball, both of them from Chaminade, and one of them is sitting right over there. How about that? So why is this so rare? Well, first of all, it's about where Gatorade sets the bar, right? I mean, you heard Carrie talk about the 3 pillars and what it takes to even be noticed. The second is orders of magnitude. Of all the boys playing high school basketball across the country in a given season, you heard the numbers from Carrie, only about 1% stay on our radar because of who they are as people and how they're playing. And then about 1 in 10 of that group gets serious consideration to be a Gatorade State Player of the Year winner. And then 1 in 10 of that group actually wins State Player of the Year. That's something this guy has done 3 times, and nobody in the history of Missouri high school basketball has ever done that. How about that? So you get all those State Players of the Year, and then finally, from many, where you started, you get 1. And that's an incredibly rigorous process throughout which we consult with the Gatorade high school sports team to evaluate the academic and athletic performance and production of each candidate and their off-the-court citizenship. And I'm sure you guys probably already know that Jayson is off the charts by every measure. He has a B average in a very challenging curriculum here. He has good ACT scores. He's a student ambassador. He's volunteered with the Father Dempsey Charities. He's donated his time to at-risk kids in Ferguson, and he's coached little kids in countless camps and clinics. And he's also built a framework of 2 programs, one that'll benefit single mothers, another that'll benefit student athletes. Once his amateur athletic status expires, he's going to launch those programs. So impressive stuff. Athletically, we're talking about the most offensively complete high school player in the country, and I think that says it all. So he's done the work, and you don't have to be a student athlete to understand how hard it is to take the time and effort to do all that. But just to show you how rare this award is, I thought I'd just mention a short list of great American athletes, household names, who won Gatorade State Player of the Year honors, but have never done what Jayson has done here today. So this is just a short selection from the last 14,000 state winners. How about the last 3 Heisman Trophy winners? They all won Gatorade State Player of the Year, but they didn't win national. How about in the sport of baseball? It's coming up pretty soon. Cy Young Award winners David Price, World Series MVP Madison Bumgarner, MVPs Mike Trout, Josh Hamilton, Andrew McCutcheon. All of them won state. None of them have one of these at home. Amazing women's athletes, World Cup champion Abby Wambach, WNBA MVP Elena Deladon, summer and winter Olympian Lolo Jones. All of them great, none of them great enough to win national. I'm going to wrap it up with basketball, but you're getting the idea. How about any of the 8 Gatorade State Player of the Year winners in this week's men's Final Four? Or any of the 6 Gatorade State Player of the Year winners in this week's women's Final Four? Or from the NBA? Anybody ever hear of these guys? Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Jason Kidd, Derrick Rose, Andre Drummond, Michael Carter-Williams, Chris Paul, Chris Bosh, Kyrie Irving. All great athletes, all great Gatorade State winners. None of them won national. How about a little love? So, as you can see, there's always phenomenal talent out there competing for this award. But what separates the Gatorade winner, what separates Jayson here today, is he was the one who brought the requisite heart and humility and passion and poise, drive and determination, intellect and class to be that one for many. We're just thrilled to have a small part and welcome. So now we're going to hear from a guy who saw all that hard work firsthand. How about another word from Coach?
So as you've already heard, they've done a pretty good job articulating all of his stats and whatnot. But when he graduates, I just want to share with you a few of the stories that are going to stick out in my mind. Number one, in our Christmas tournament, we were playing Bayless at home, And I told Jayson, I was like, hey man, you're not going to play this game, okay? And he was okay with it, of course, just because I didn't, they had a down year, and within the first minute or two, if you could have seen the looks on like the fans' faces when they realized that Jayson wasn't going to play, I thought I was going to die after the game. Half of the crowd got up and left, and I'm thinking to myself, I mean, we've got a pretty good team, even though Jason's kind of sitting out a little bit. I promise you, when I went out to my car, I checked my tires to make sure they weren't slashed. I looked for any key marks. I made sure there wasn't anything ticking to make sure my car wasn't going to blow up, all because Jayson didn't play that game, which was pretty funny after the fact. The second thing was we were playing in the Highland Shootout against Althoff Catholic, and it was a pretty good game, and we were fortunate to get the W at the end of the game. All of a sudden, I find out that Jayson Tatum has his own theme song, because after we win the game, all of a sudden the hook drops. What's the hook, Jayson? No, come on up. Yeah, come on up. So I'm thinking we just win the game. Then all of a sudden I hear,
Pull up, shoot like Jayson Tatum.
so I'm thinking to myself, I'm a grown man. I've been fortunate to do a lot of things in my life, but I'm sitting here listening to one of my players' theme songs, and he's in high school. And then one of the things that will definitely fly below the radar, but really does mean a lot, is Jayson. He works his tail off. He comes in 6:15 in the morning, gets shots up, and then goes on to class. And he's been doing it his whole career, which a lot of people don't realize. But one of the cool things about it, towards the end of his senior year, some of our middle schoolers started to come in, and they started to come in, and they started just going to work. And just to see that kind of take life on its own is something that you can talk about, you can coach, you can try and put into your players, but when they actually get it from, of course, all of our guys, and especially Jayson, I mean, it's special. It's something that's going to definitely carry weight and keep going in the years to come. So those are the three of the many things that I'll remember. But I cannot believe this guy has his own theme song. But again, congratulations to Jayson Tatum.
Thank you, Coach, and there's not a wrinkle in the shirt. So you saw yesterday, Jayson was not only surprised with the news that he won the award, but he was surprised by none other than four-time NBA All-Star Penny Hardaway. Penny was the third overall pick in the 1993 NBA Draft, and in 1994, he was named to the NBA All-Rookie team. He was on the All-NBA First Team in 1995 and 96, and his number 25 was retired at the University of Memphis. Please help me welcome Penny Hardaway.
Thanks, Carrie, and thank you, Chaminade, for allowing me to be here this morning. I also want to thank Gatorade for allowing me to be a part of this as well. This is truly unbelievable, and also Brandy, Jayson's mom, for allowing me to be involved with this, because I've actually been in Jayson's life for about 5 years now. My first interaction with Jayson was us playing against a team from St. Louis, the WIT organization. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but we're in the gym. I walk in, I see this team, and I was talking about it last night, and I saw the players. I saw Will and I saw Jayson, and I was like, oh man, we're about to win by 30. Just seeing those guys just walking in the gym, and when the game started, I quickly knew that it wasn't going to be an easy game. And that's just, a testament to him and how he could just pull things up out of his team, out of himself, to be able to will himself and his team to another level. And at that point, I saw a lot of myself in him. And I was like, man, if this kid keeps going, it's going to be a special opportunity for him to do some great things. And that's why we're here today. It's not only a special day for the school, for Jayson, but really for the entire city of St. Louis. And also for Chaminade to also have two players. I don't know the history behind the Gatorade Player of the Year, but I don't know if there's ever been two players from the same school that have won it in boys basketball. So that's awesome. So Chaminade, congrats on that. That's awesome. Hopefully other guys will follow in his footsteps and do the same thing. Jayson himself from knowing him, the three pillars of what Gatorade stands for is what he really believes in. On the court, he's a fierce competitor. Off the court, he's a great kid. And in the classroom, he's a great student. And that's what it's all about. And also, talking to his grandmother last night, he understands why all of this is happening, and it's because of God. And he truly believes that, and you always have to keep them first and foremost. As far as my personal experience with Jayson, I just try to be a mentor, try to tell him things. He listens very well. He understands that he has a lot on his shoulders, and there are kids that are younger and other people that are looking up to him, and he carries that very well. So today, I'm just proud to be a part of this, proud to be a part of the 2 days, and thank Gatorade for having me. Thank you.
Jayson's athletic excellence, academic achievement, and exemplary character truly embody the values and the characteristics that we seek to honor and recognize through the Gatorade Player of the Year program. So on behalf of the Gatorade Company, it is my distinct pleasure to officially announce Jayson Tatum as the 2015-2016 Gatorade National Boys Basketball Player of the Year.
Wow. This is an incredible award for me to win. First off, like he said, I would like to honor God, for not just this award, but, everything that I've been able to accomplish, throughout my life. I realize that, it's because of him. I would like to, thank my parents, my family. They supported me from before I was Jayson Tatum, when I was 3 years old, to this point. It really means a lot to win this award and be awarded in front of all you guys. I remember in 7th grade, when Bradley Beal won this award, I was sitting in the stands just like you guys, and, I had a dream of mine, and, it just means a lot, for this to come true, and I would like to thank Gatorade for, selecting me as the finalist. And, in conclusion, my name might be on this award, but it's a lot of people in the stands and the crowd right now that, has helped me, become the person I am. From my parents, teachers, coach, Mr. Shaft, my teammates. You guys have a lot to do with me winning this award, and I would just like to say thank you.
Okay, so before we all go, just a few more announcements to make. But first and foremost, I want to extend a very big thank you to everyone at Chaminade High School for your incredible hospitality. Planning this award and this announcement and the surprise was not easy. This kid is busy, and just the late night texts and phone calls, so we appreciate your incredible hospitality. A big congratulations and thank you also to all of Jayson's teammates and coaches, the entire student body and faculty at Chaminade High School, and the entire community. And of course to Jayson's family, who is here today and who is always there for Jayson. I know that Team Tatum runs very deep, and the support is unconditional. So please all give yourselves a round of applause, because success is a team effort. So, winning the Gatorade National Player of the Year honors makes Jayson now eligible for the Gatorade Athlete of the Year award. In July, Gatorade will bring all 12 National Players of the Year to LA for the Gatorade Athlete of the Year award ceremony, where we will announce the overall male and the overall female as the Gatorade Athletes of the Year. Let's take a look at what we can expect out in LA.
Flew on a plane for about 6 hours, and now I'm in Hollywood.
2015 Gatorade Male
Athlete of the Year award goes to... We are going to the ESPYs red carpet. We're so excited.
Walking the red carpet is just amazing. You know, it's a dream come true. Just kind of constantly being starstruck. You see one really famous person, and then you turn around and you're like, whoa, there's an even more famous person.
This is as big as it gets. I mean, it's surreal. It's an amazing feeling.
I became really great friends with some people that are really going to change sports. With them in LA.
That's only just a glimpse of what to expect. Hanging out with some of the best athletes in the world and in high school sports, it doesn't get much better than that. One quick thing that I almost forgot to mention is that your school and Jayson will be featured tomorrow morning on Sports Center, so make sure you tune in. They're going to feature him at 7 a.m. Central and 5 p.m. Central, announcing him as the National Player of the Year. Set your DVRs. Not bad. So Jayson is the 6th of the 12 Gatorade National Players of the Year to be announced this season. So if you want to keep tabs on the program and continue to follow him along this journey and through the Athlete of the Year award ceremony, we're at #GatoradePOY. Feel free to continue supporting him and see how it all turns out in July. And so on that note, just like to once again thank everyone. We couldn't be more honored to welcome Jayson into the Gatorade family. How about one last round of applause? That's it.
All right. All right. Gentlemen, thank you for your attention during Mass and the Assembly this morning. Please return to your 9-block class, pick up your belongings, and move to 6-block O'Donnell House. If you'd split down the middle, go to either sides. Back La Maru and back Mauclair, please exit behind you. Front La Maru to your right, front Mauclair to your left, please.
Oh.